Hi everybody, welcome to another career tutorial. I'm cripeman. What we're going to do this time through is we're going to look at gels. And gels are little things that you can add to your lights to give your um, scene a little mood, or just it keeps you from adding an object to your scene, and puts the focus on the light. Let me show you what I mean. Uh, First of all, I have a plane loaded up, and I have a sphere loaded up, and I have a light loaded up, and this light is getting ready to have a gel. You're going to find your gels over here in your effects tab. Go to your effects, push gel, and there's none right now. Let's go ahead and do the blinds. Blinds is probably a really classic gel, and it's probably the reason there's a gel in here actually. But it gives a nice noir look. Um, Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and adjust this a little bit. And vertical count, let's do 10. And check it out. There we go. And you notice how it looks like it's behind, like there's bars in front of the light or something. It's a really cool effect. But it doesn't have to just be lines. You can do a horizontal count and a vertical count and get you some squares. You know, you can adjust those a little bit and make it really look like a jail cell scene, or windows. See how the shadow gets kind of cast kind of long there. Let's see. I don't actually. I've never checked this out. Let's go ahead and see if we can get the scene lights to show up on here. Yeah, nah, not really. But you notice how the long shadows kind of give it a little bit of a mood. That's what you like. That's what the gels are about. Um, Blinds is probably the one that you'll probably use the most, unless you are a total Carrera geek, uh, where you would jump into your formula. Now, the only things you can affect with your formula in your gel is the colors. Um, and then you add your sines, your cosines. There's a whole list of them here in chapter 18, and we're not going to go through these. But just so you know, if you're wanting to know the things that you can change in Carrera's formulas, um, turn to page 381 in your manual, and if you can make it all the way through without falling asleep, um, yeah, you and can understand it, uh, do the formula gel. As it stands, though, what it is a mixture of reds, greens, and blues, and those are those are what you got there. Let's see if I can go ahead and do blue, and let's do red over here. REG. Alright. And you notice how that's changed. That's the only thing you can really change in your formulas is your colors. Um, if you are a math geek, you can do the cosine and the sine stuff and parse things and jack your parameters up. There's a whole bunch of things you can do with formulas if you know how to use them. Next up is gradient, and you have the choice of there being a vertical gradient, a horizontal gradient, which there's not really that much of a difference in this. Or you can do a circular gradient. And these don't really show up too good because one of them is kind of acting like the shadows. Let's go ahead and do red here. And let's do blue here and see exactly what this gel's doing. And it looks like the red's on the outside, blue's on the inside. And this is probably an effect that you want to use if you have your light directly on your subject. Now, I think there's one more. Oh yeah, the map. This is actually the best one. This is where you're going to have the most control over your stuff. Um, I have a couple of things I could use for a gradient, or not a gradient, but a texture map, light. Let's go ahead and have that facing directly to the floor. And you notice that the what I have is just a gradient basically, and you have more control over your shadows and all that fun stuff if you do that. That'd be good for like the reflections off a TV or something like that. You know, into some glasses, or somebody at the movies, whatever. There's a whole bunch of things you could probably do with it. But yeah, that's your gels, and I didn't really think there'd be that much to cover on it, but that's what they do, and that's how you do what you do with them. So anyway, that's it for this time. I'm cripeman, and I'll talk to you again later. Bye.